I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, while much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff, no such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
I know you saw in your email that the ballots will be coming in after this week's games for League MVP. You've got a vote. I've got a vote. We're getting ready to see a closing argument in this one, though. Can he lock it down?
Week 17, the last act. We're not supposed to say who we're voting for, but I can say this. He's in the stadium right now. So there you go. There's my hint.
There's your hint right there. I'm going to wait until after this one is over. He's got to sway me with one more performance.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago: 7 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
And here he is with just 1 week to go in the regular season. All he wants to do is lock things up. He kind of wants to do like the golfers. Post a number, go to the clubhouse, and secure a league title in receiving yards.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 37.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
On 2nd and 9, Allen, it's complete to Diggs. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. A look now at the Miami offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 35.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A look now at the Buffalo defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you want one. You'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number one. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early buys and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Throwing is Allen on third. Going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Bills send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Ed Oliver in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here now Roberts. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Allen. And Diggs has it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Allen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Running out of the gun here, Breida. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. Here's Singletary, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
Yeah, I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, here's Breida. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
2nd and 11. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. This is Breida on the draw. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
58, come on. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simple.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And Oliver, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
58, boy, 58, 58, go.
2nd and long. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back to throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Grant. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now a short one to Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Looking to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Check out.
They're going to look to throw. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Texans who've got the lead in the second quarter. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Gardner Minshew, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. The Patriots locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In the game you're watching, it was Josh Allen who was on target in that first half. His guys are out in front as we get you back down to Miami and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 9 now. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because There's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one.
Ready. 60, orange. Watch the pass. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. This is Breida. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going. 3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Allen, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Check 52, come on. Check 52.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tommy Sweeney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run again with Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. Check down to Breida. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Allen off the bootleg. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Miami. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Singletary again. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll set up to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. They run for it with Breida. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They'll look to throw. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan. And you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection. So you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield. So you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to throw here. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And he's got his man on the out route.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They run with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Allen to throw it. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a short one to Gesicki. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Ed Oliver, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
A second broken tackle. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. Allen's got it complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it'll be 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bills, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And it will be a disappointing finish to the regular season, no doubt. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.